The kid who couldn't read and sold his company for $70 million. He was only 21 years old when he became a millionaire. Most people hear that and assume privilege, connections, a head start. The truth was the opposite. When asked how he got rich, he didn't mention luck. He said he built a point-of-sale device and sold the company to a massive corporation for just over $70 million. But here's the part that surprises everyone. The company barely made $60,000 in revenue. On paper, it looked like a terrible business. In reality, it was priceless. Why the buyer paid $70 million? The secret wasn't revenue. It was fit and function. The company that bought him had more than 11,000 sales representatives. They were preparing to hire thousands more. His technology made that expansion faster, cheaper, and smoother. What he sold wasn't a product. He sold saved time, saved money, and scale. By the time the numbers were laid out, it was clear. Paying $70 million now would save them far more later. That's when he learned a lesson that shaped his entire career. Price is only a problem when value is unclear. The pattern repeats. That wasn't his last win. He went on to build and sell 5 more companies. One exit reached nearly $285 million. Others were sold to giants like Facebook and Oracle. But the most important part of the story isn't the exits. It's where he came from. The boy WHO couldn't read. He didn't learn how to read until 9th grade. He grew up without parents. School wasn't a launch pad for him, it was survival. His senior project in high school wasn't a paper, it was a business. Around that same time, a grandmother he barely knew gave him a $70,000 check. Within 3 months, he paid her back in full. That first venture taught him something crucial. He wasn't built to be hired, so he chose to work for himself. Where he's betting now after years in software, cannabis, and technology. He shifted his focus, not to something flashy, but to energy and infrastructure manufacturing. Specifically, switchgear. It doesn't sound exciting. It's not trendy. It doesn't make headlines, but it powers everything. Data centers, factories, cities. Amazon alone could consume all U.S. switchgear production for the next decade and still only meet a fraction of its needs. That's one company. The industry is old. The demand is exploding. The margins are massive, while others chase hype. He's pulling software-level profits out of manufacturing. Doubt never left. Everyone doubted him. Teachers, peers, investors. Even he doubted himself at times. How could someone who struggled to read compete at the highest levels of business? But doubt didn't stop him. It sharpened him. The book that changed everything. When asked what book changed his life more than any other, he didn't hesitate. The Bible. His faith wasn't performative. It was foundational. He believes there is a creator behind design, that nothing complex exists without intention, and that Christianity at its core isn't about human perfection but divine grace. Not about what we do, but about what was done for us. The final truth: this isn't just a story about money. It's a story about belief. Belief when you're behind. Belief when you're doubted. Belief when logic says you shouldn't win. He couldn't read. He had no parents. He had no blueprint. But he had vision. And vision, when paired with relentless execution, creates outcomes no one expects. That's the untold truth.